Does anybody need this frequency for emergency use at this time? Please come now. Hearing no one, this is Guy, W5CMK is my call sign, and we're about to go into the single sideband boat anchor zone, the finest hour of amateur radio all week long. Alright, we're going to spend about an hour talking about single sideband phasing rigs and old tube rigs, and just all kind of neat stuff. If anybody needs this frequency at any point in time for emergency use, just break in there and we'll let you go with it. Alright, finally, since I got Henrietta to comply, I'm running a Drake TR4C. I've got a 2KD5 Henry up to a new aerial. I got a dual band double bazooka, 4080 double bazooka, and I hope it sounds all right. I hope it's working good. Seems to be. I've gotten some pretty good reports. I'll be all right. It's been a long day, man. I tell you what. All right, I got a few folks on the list here. We'll grab a few of them and throw it down to Lynn, and he can throw it over to Jim, and we'll get this whole shebang going. First one I heard a long time ago was W5YT. Hey, Bill, come on in there and let us know what you got going on.
Hello, Guy. Good evening to the net. This is WY5T. Name is Bill, and I'm located in San Antonio. Had a nice little shower this evening. Just kind of cooled the temps down at least for a couple of hours, and then it's back to Steamboat City, but doing good. Wanted to tell everybody it's sounding great tonight. A lot of static crashes in there, but boy, those tube rigs are just coming right on through. This one I'm talking on right now is a Kenwood 820S. I've got like Guy, I've got double bazooka that about 3 or 4 of us here on 3870 has been trying, and been getting pretty good reports. I've been pretty happy with it. It's sitting about 35 feet, and I'm running it into an alpha out through a Palstar amp right now. So other than that, things are great. Again, it's just wonderful hearing all those rigs sparking up and people coming out of the woodwork there a little bit just for a good evening, like I said. So thank God, that's all I've got, and good evening, everybody. It's WY5T.
All right, Bill. Well, the old Kenwood's doing what it's supposed to do and doing it well.
Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. And good evening, all.
Roger that. Yeah, we had a little cool spell blow through here. Thought we was gonna get some lightning strikes and whatnot, so I was unplugged for a little while. But when the heating went down, the threat went down too. So it dropped the temperature about 20 degrees, and it will be a good day to be sitting on the lake and cool, doing some fishing and catching some catfish. But anyway. All right, Jay, you're next. KM5QS, come on in there without the bird, please.
Okay. Hopefully, I promise to unkey if he starts up, so we will do that. KM5QS here in Alice, Texas, with a Kenwood TS830. All filtered up, gold plate on it, and it just works like a proverbial hose. Anyway, love this radio. Everybody's sounding good. The only thing going on around here is we're waiting on a relay to come in so I can put my Collins line, S-line back on. Other than that, everything's pretty normal, I guess. It's hot. It's July. It's supposed to be hot. It's always been hot in July. So anyway, other than that, trying to think if there's something else. I don't think there was. So I'll just turn it loose and let you pick somebody up. KM5QS.
Well, all righty then. Yeah, that's 2 Kenwoods down tonight. I'm going to need some help, somebody from a Drake situation here for long, I guess. But if not, we'll just carry on like we are. But yeah, the Kenwood sounded good, and be looking forward to you getting the Collins back up and running. Oh, well, let's see. All right. Hey, Lynn, you want to grab it? I got a phone call, W5CMK.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. Good evening, gentlemen. This is K5LYN. My name's Lynn, and this is the Collins S3 line. Let me pick up some folks first, but let me make an announcement right quick. I won't be here the next 2 weeks at least, because I'm taking the little Central Electronics and Drake station that I was on during the pre-net time to the vintage radio meet we have in Jonesboro, Tennessee every year. And I'm going to be talking about how I rigged up the transceive configuration there. So I won't be here a week from today or the week after that, so y'all have fun. And we'll be on probably the radio out there. Okay, let me see here. Let's see, Fred. Fred, W5HCR, you still there somewhere? K5LYN. Well, Fred came by. Maybe he'll be back in a little bit. How about Mike, WA5MTT? What do you say, Mike?
Yeah, hello, Lynn, and all the boat anchor aficionados out there tonight. We're on the Collins S line here. The 75S2 receiver, 32S1 transmitter, and 30S1 amplifier, Electro Voice 664 microphone. It's the same station as last week, just easy to get on the air. Flip the switch and everything's set where it was last week. So that's one thing I like about running the Collins gear. Nothing new here. Wish we could get some rain. Maybe there's a chance over the weekend I see something in telecast that says we have a 50-60% chance on the weekend. So we need it here in Central Texas. Back to you, Lynn.
Okay. Sounded good, Mike. And those 30S1s still worked out for you nicely. You still got 2 of them?
Yes, sir. I still have 2.
Well, that's that's life. Anybody that's got 2 30S1s, you've done very well with those, Mike, and the Collins signal sounds very nice this evening. Good to hear you. Okay, let's see. How about my friend Al down in Wimberley, W5SFN? What do you say, Al? K5LYN.
Yeah, greetings, everybody. This is W5SFN. I'm talking on my old TS520S, and everybody sounds good. Got them all tuned up, first class sounds like. And maybe we need to get a little bit of rain and see what happens. Lynn, I'm going to dig into my crystals here and see what I have, and if I got some you need, you can have them. This is W5SFN Wimberley.
Okay, Al. I'll tell you what, you probably heard me say I'm going to Tennessee, and then we're going on up to New York, so I'll be gone a couple of weeks, but we sure will be getting with you when we get back. And your station's sounding great tonight. Anything else for the group?
Yeah, I wouldn't admit I'm going to New York if I was you. I went to basic training up there in 1951 in Sampson Air Force Base. That's W5SFN.
Well, one of the things we're going to do we've never done is work our way on over to Niagara Falls. And we've never done that, so we're going to do a lot of driving in the next 2.5 weeks.
Yeah,
okay, let's see here. Where am I? How about my neighbor, W5TXW? What do you say, George?
Hello, Lynn, and all around the net, WB5TXW, a proud New Yorker from Manhattan. And just on a rice bucket, so I won't take a lot of time pushing the 30L1. Does this thing sound all right, over?
Yeah, it's talking up a storm.
Okay, good enough. So that's about it. There was some rain out by Llano. I think it's disappeared. Who knows? Maybe we'll see rain in November, over.
Well, actually, they're talking about this coming weekend, maybe, so cross all fingers and toes.
I'm getting on it. All right. So I'm going to settle back and listen to the finest hour of amateur radio for the week, WB5TXW, back to net.
All right. Let's see if Hugo's still hanging over there. Another neighbor, N5JGX. What about Hugo? Well, maybe he'll be back. Okay, let me see. Let me talk one more, and then I'll give it to Jim. How about Andy, KD5PUR? Andy, you still out there somewhere?
Oh, I think I'm still somewhere. KD5PUR. Yeah, while y'all were messing around back there, I went up to the car and brought the 10A in. It's dirty, but it looks like it'll clean up pretty good.
Well, it's a 10A, just like mine?
Yeah. It's somebody's taken the original filter can out of it. It's probably got individuals underneath. And 4 of the red chicken head knobs are missing, but I don't think any. And the only 2 coils in it are the red ones.
Yeah, okay. Let's see, we figured that's 80 meters, didn't we?
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll tell you what, you just heard one on a while ago. You know what they sound like then.
Yeah, I'll have to either find a VFO or a crystal for it. And the only VFO I got around here is for the Johnson.
Well, it won't work anyway. It's on the wrong frequency. You got to get it in the 5 megahertz range.
Yeah, well, that's just my luck.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll talk about that further down the road. Anything else for the net tonight?
No, I guess I quit cluttering up the airwaves with this rice burner too much anyway.
All right, good enough. Well, Mr. Jim, KB5ZIV, how about it? K5LYN.
Hi, Mr. Lynn. Am I there?
For all I know about it, you're perfect, but what do I know?
Well, I got a better signal than earlier?
Oh, it's great.
All right. Hi, folks. This is KB5ZIV. You're listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. Tonight I'm on the trusty FT102. It's going into the big black box through the big antenna tuner out there to the ladder line fit antenna. So hopefully everybody can hear me. All right, let me see. Let me start up here at the top. Hey, Jim, down there in 4, WJ5MS.
Oh, Jim. Hear me up there? He's calling you, Jim, but he's got a little 60 cycle on his signal, I think.
Okay, I was trying to figure it out. It didn't sound right.
Don't check me out, OJB. I'm going to be gone for a bit.
All right, Denver. All right, let me move down the list here. Hey, Mr. Gary, W5BFA.
Yeah, KB5CIV, W5BFA. Good evening, Jim, and everybody else on the net. Everybody's sounding real good tonight on the old Boat Anchors, as usual. And I'm with everybody else on Best Hour on radio, Am's Radio tonight. Tonight I'm running the old TS520SC, with an SP220, 200. And using MC50 microphone there. Inverted V up about 15 feet or so, if it's that. I may not be that high. And that's about it, but everybody's sounding real good. Glad to hear everybody. W5ZIV, W5BFA.
Hi, Mr. Gary, you're sounding good over this way.
That's good, Jim. Thank you very much.
All right, bro. All right, Mr. Rusty, WK5R.
Yeah, good evening, Jim, and everybody on the Boat Anchors net. This is WK5R. We're on the helicopter station tonight, the HC37 transmitter, SX111 receiver. And we got a matching speaker to go with. One's got the voice and normal selector in it. And we're driving a GS35B. And, of course, the microphone is the Audio Technica AC2035. And to answer your question, no, I have not done the realignment since I tried that since I soldered that cap back in there that wasn't soldered. And let's see, I basically rebuilt SP220 today for an old boy. That worked out good. And I'm kind of like Jay and Lynn. I've got a AL80B over here sitting on a shelf that I got tore apart waiting on a relay to come in. Hi. So, yeah, if somebody can find one of those two things they were talking about, or that spaceship thing that plugs in they were talking about there, I would be more than happy to try and see if that is what the problem is. But other than that, that all that's going on here. I love this old SX111 receiver. This thing is fantastic.
Anyway, that's about all I've got from here, so, I guess back to you there, Jim. KB5ZIV and the boat anchors, WK5R.
All right, that's the, sounding good down this way. All right, let me see if Fred made it back. W5HTR, have you made it back? All right, we'll leave him up there. Let's see, Hugo, did you make it back N5JGX? All right, how about Mr. Scott there, WA5SL? All right, Mr. Doug, W5IS, what's going on over your way?
Well, KB5ZIV and the net, W5IS. Well, it settled down with got a little cooler, the thunder bumpers quit, so I was able to get on. And I'm running my DR4C tonight, driving a Swan Mark II and doing a dipole of about 40 or 50 foot up there. And everybody seems like they're doing pretty good tonight. You got a good movement signal into south central Louisiana, the little vintage combined crew. And that's about it, I guess, Jim. I appreciate you picking me up. Appreciate what you, Lynn, and guys do running the net. W5IS.
All right, Doug, you're good. You're plenty loud over this way. All right, hey, Mr. Joseph, WA5EIJ.
Okay, KB5CI and the V. This is Whiskey Alpha 5 Echo India Juliet, Joseph in Magnolia. I am talking to you guys on a Central Electronics 200V, and I'm listening on a, I hope guys listening, I'm listening on a Drake R4 Charlie, which works great. You guys are coming in really good tonight. Thunder Boomer's not too bad. Anyway, yes, Rusty, it's a BMW model 350, and it's got a 2Q4. I don't know what that means. But it looks like a little regular size, not tall, but a regular size metal octal tube. Some of them are gray and some of them are black. I've never heard one going bad, but I'm sure it'd be so easy to unplug yours and try that one. Or try a second one. I'll look around through my stuff. You notice I didn't say junk, and see if I can't find one. But if anybody else can loan one to you, or you can pick one up on eBay, they're usually pretty cheap, 25, 20 bucks, something like that. Anyway, a lot of times those are new in box. Anyway, one other thing, crystals. In the current issue of Electric Radio magazine that just came out, there is a nice article on grinding crystals, and there was moving them either up or down, and mainly they talked about the FT243, in fact almost exclusively. Anyway, that's just FYI, I have a copy of that, and if anybody needs a copy I could Xerox and either email it to them as an attachment or copy it, mail it, through the U.S. mail. I'd need to talk to the editor, who's a really nice guy. I'm sure he'd let me do that, but I need to do that first. I just got to do the fine print. I'm taking too long. I hope guys back in blown any fuse. Okay, KB5ZI and a V and the net, WA5EIJ. Over.
All right, Joseph. Hopefully I'm not blowing your meter out.
Well, you just about are.
And I am back.
All right. All right, I got about 4 or 5 left there, guy. I don't know if I missed any off of your list, but I'm down there to Mr. K there.
Well, that's the next one on my list, too.
All right. W5CMK from KB5ZIV.
All right, Mr. Jim, KB5ZIV, this is W5CMK, and welcome me back to the Boat Anchors Unlimited, the finest hour of ham radio all week long. Hey, Kay, what's up? LUI.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Guy. We're like same old thing. The TR4C and inverted V, and we're pushing along an amp supply, the old sweet tube job, and it does pretty good. I can get 500 to 550 out of it, and it's not really working that hard. But yeah, we're not doing much. Just trying to get the grass cut and let the rain hit it a couple times so you keep active. That's all I've been doing, really. But we'll give it back to you, Guy, and everyone sounds good tonight, boy, I'll tell you. But we'll send it back to you, Guy, and we'll stay in here and see what's going on, see what I can learn. N5LUI, back to you, Guy.
All right, Kay, yeah. That yard mowing stuff, see, I got that aerobic sanitation system that sprinkles the yard all the time, and I don't think there's really a time it don't need mowing, which includes right now, but I'll get around to it. That's one of those things that if you go to it just as soon as it needs to be done, you just got to do it quicker.
You got that right, and I do it quick enough. I got 3 acres to mow, but we can rip it up with a 0 turn, I'll tell you. You can turn on a dime and get 9 cents change. Hey, I was going to say too, if you hear Gordon on, I didn't hear him on here tonight, but if you hear Gordon on, tell him I'm going to pick up one of those padded envelopes and send him that plug he needs. But anyhow, back to you, Guy. Everyone sounds good, and we'll catch you later on. N5LUI.
All right, good deal, Kay. Yeah, along with some grass to tear up with that 0 turn mower, you can sure do a number on your mailbox too. Oops, did I say that out loud?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
All right, good deal. Hey, did we get LYL Todd? Have we picked you up yet?
I'm here.
Well, your turn.
All right, I don't know how well you're hearing me, but I'll give it a go. KA5LYL, Todd, Corpus Christi, and, I better watch out for this clock thing in this microphone. I'm using a barefoot Kenwood TS830SG. It's the old label I gave, but it don't have none of them filters I really would love to have in it, but that's okay. The variable bandwidth tuning still works, so the I'm shifting the notch in them in it. So right now that we have to do, we generate some more funds here. I'm like I said, a barefoot. The microphone is an Electro Voice 638. Electro Voice 638 on the old 420. I think it's a 423A push to talk Electro Voice stand. That mic, I guess, is the oldest part of this. This setup here made probably in the 60s sometime, or early 70s. I doubt it goes. I doubt it's that new. Anyway, and then the off-center fed flat top is what I'm using for an antenna, or at least part of it's flat top. It's pretty crazy looking. Anyway, and I do have 2 iodes for sale. They are the AT200 tuner and the Kenwood tuner for these old hybrids, and the ST820 speaker for these old hybrids. They're both for sale. Two for the tuner, one for the speaker. Call me if you want them. We'll talk. That's all we got. Back to net. 361-816-7748. 361-816-7748. Everybody sounds great. I know there's there's an internet. Somebody, one of y'all has got a recording going internet-wise, but there's also I also am recording myself on one of my computers just to run the usual. Back to net. KA5LYL.
All right, Todd. Yeah, Kenwood's doing you a good job, and all y'all out there, that's one of those Yankee terms, all y'all. There's Todd's got a couple of items for sale. He's got an AT200 Kenwood tuner for the 820, 830, 520, 530, I guess, matches all that stuff probably. Wants $200 for that. Then he's got an SP820 speaker. He's wanting a C note for that. Contact Todd by telephone 361-816-7748. 361-816-7748. Did I get it right, Todd?
Roger, roger, that's it. And the AT200 is near mint, and it has the box, the original box, and inserts in the manual. Bassinet, KA5, LL.
Okay, the tuner's got the original box and the inserts and all of the original paperwork to go with it. So anyway, good deal. All right, hey, have we picked you up, Bob, CXG? KA5 CXG. Hey, Bob, did we get you already? Well, maybe or maybe not. Hey, Ralph, N5BTM, what's up?
Yeah, W5CMK in the net, N5BTM. Good evening, one and all. We're fortunate here. The showers have passed, and in fact, the band really quieted down very nicely. Barely hear any lightning strikes anymore. Anyway, tonight we're running a Kenwood TS830 Sugar, 444D microphone. That's going into a homebrew amp, GS35B, 800, 900 watts, something like that, according to the WM1 meter. And we're tuning that, the antenna tuner is an old Drake MN2700. So that's about the rundown here on the. And the antenna is a trap dipole in the inverted V configuration of about 35 foot at the center in a pine tree. So, Guy, that's kind of tax title and everything else there. Over.
Well, it's ready to hit the road because it's working good.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
All right. Good deal, Ralph. Anything else before I move on?
No, that'll be it. Everybody, signals are good tonight, and so it's an enjoyable net.
Yeah, it's kind of quieting down up here a bit too, so that's a good deal. All right, everybody, you're listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net. My name is Guy. My call sign is Whiskey 5 Charlie Mike Kilo, and I'm running a Drake TR4C with a Henry 285 amplifier on the low tap up to it's a dual band bazooka 4080 hanging at about 48 foot up, and hope it's working all right because it's a new addition to the station here. All right, let's see. I had a BUR. Andy, are you still out there?
Lynn got him.
Oh, okay. What about Byron? Did somebody pick Byron up already?
No, negative.
Well, all righty. You're up, Byron. WA5EDX. Come on in here.
Yeah, Guy. W5CMK in the net, WA5, Edward David X-Ray, beautiful Bluffdale. Tonight we're on the TR4C, barefoot, running into standard old emergency up about 35 feet. D104 mic, so that's about the size of it. Yes, it's a hot one up here today, but we have had the daily rains a few days ago that helped a lot. And maybe we'll get a little more this weekend. Hope everybody had a good, safe 4th and enjoyed grandkids or whatever. Nothing more to add. Pick up some more folks, and people do sound good tonight. There hasn't been anybody I hadn't heard or hadn't heard well. So good news of no rain is static crashes are down somewhat, which helps. Back to you guys. WA5EDX.
All right, Byron. Yeah, it's sounding good. And, yeah, when that little bit of cloud come over, we never did get the rain, but it sure cooled it off about 20 degrees, and I was proud. I should be sitting, just run the microphone wire through the window and sit out on the front porch. Over.
Oh, yeah. Of course, rain is a big blessing up here because, you get any rain if it's 1/10 or 2 inches, and we lose our low humidity for a couple of days, and makes it feel like I'm back in Houston, which is something I was trying to forget. Hi.
Roger, in the rear view mirror. All right, hey, did we get Steve, UOA? KB0, UOA. Hey, Steve, what's up? Well, maybe not. Well, I'm not hearing you if that's you in there, Steve. All right, this is W5CMK. You're listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. If you'd like to check in with your boat anchor equipment, come now with your call sign suffix, please, and kind of listen up and spread them out.
K0, Sierra Echo Delta.
We'll go right on ahead there, Mr. Steve.
Well, good evening, Guy, and everybody out there in Boat Anchor Land. Oh, it's, what is it, Wednesday, so I guess it's Boat Anchor Night. Boat Anchor Night means it's Wednesday. Anyway, tonight I'm on a Kenmore 520 and a Collins 30L1 dive inverted V up about 40-odd feet. And that's about it for the equipment. Just, watching the clock tick them off and waiting for the next Ham Fest. And that's about it, Guy. WM5CMK, K0, SCD.
All right, Steve. Well, I think probably the next one's going to be over in Shreveport.
I think that's the next one probably for me.
Yeah, I got my my postcard in the mail one day this week, maybe Monday, I don't know. But we're tentatively making plans, so I guess we'll see you there.
You bet.
All right, anybody else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited, come now with your call sign suffix, please.
Your Papa Zulu.
This is 5 KOI.
All right, I had a Papa Zulu, I think, and a Wally there, KOI. Let's go with the Papa Zulu. Give me your full call sign and come on in and let us know what you got going on.
Sweet, for 5 Oscar Papa Zulu. Hello, guys. Hello, everybody, the rest of the net. This is Billy. We're up here around the south end of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metro, man. Tonight we're running a Swan Signet setup with a 270V and a 1200X amp. Measuring our output with a Collins watt meter or whatever. Out to a G5 RV out in the backyard. Everybody doing okay?
Well, sounds like you're doing okay along with everybody else.
Always hope this stuff works,
Well, that's one of those things you just kind of got to cross your fingers, right?
Roger.
And don't touch the wrong spot when you got the top off.
That is most definitely the truth. Anyway, that's great, everybody. It is, everybody's sounding good. I've copied just about everybody, maybe one or two.
Well, all righty. Yep, you're busting through the little bit of noise I still got going on over here, so good deal. All right, hey, Wally, KF5KOI from down in let's see, you're in the hill country, I think.
Yeah, this KF5KOI, yeah, it's Blanco there, guy. And I had some time, so I was able to get in here tonight, do a little bit of listening, and everybody sounded pretty good there. And I'm on the TS530 with a clipper and amplifier here, and that's about it.
Well, I knew where you were, Wally. I was just checking to see if you knew where you were.
Hey, here lately, that you might have caught me, but I'm having one of my better moments right now.
Well, all righty. Everything else going all right down your country?
Oh, yeah, just attending funerals left and right, it appears to be.
Well, that's never an enjoyable thing to do.
Yeah, everything's going pretty good, and got my cows up to the ranch and all, so that they're happy up there. They've got acclimated, and so we're down to one horse here, and once we get rid of that, we can start doing a little weekend traveling.
Well, there you go. Now you just have to be a one-horse ranch, right?
Well, hopefully we can find a home for it.
Roger. All right, I'm sure you will be able to. Hopefully y'all will be making the trip to Belton.
Oh, yeah, we're planning on it unless something comes up. And like I said, with the funerals, we went to one this past Friday and then Monday, and then a brother passed away Tuesday about 8 o'clock. They'd moved him into hospice on Monday, so we were kind of expecting it. So the service is going to be out at Fort Sam there in San Antonio, so we got that to go to Friday.
Well, I hate to hear that any time, buddy.
But anyway, I'll turn it back to you guys, and it's good talking to you, and hello to the rest of you guys out there, and hopefully Jim got his radio working. I went and ate dinner in the meantime there, and I didn't get to hear him.
Yeah, I couldn't hear him when he was talking there a while ago, so I don't know what he had up. But all right, good deal, Wally.
Okay, we'll talk to you later on. 73s, this is KF5, KOI in Blanco, Texas. Clear.
Okay, good deal, Wally. All right, anybody else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited, come now with your call sign suffix, please. Well, Lynn, I might have inadvertently gotten to the bottom of my list now. You want to give it a whirl?
Yeah, I'll give it a try. K5LYN returning. Yeah, we had some people that never checked back in with us. So let me just say, if OJB, SL, or CXG, if you guys are still there, let us know and we'll pick you up. All right, this is K5LYN on the Collins S line. Who else do we have for the net? I'm listening. Well, I didn't hear anybody. You know, I've got a local interference. I had it last week, and I got it again this week. Sounds like a motor running on the frequency. So if somebody was way down there, I didn't hear them. But let's try it again. Anybody else for the Boat Anchors? K5LYN. Listen.
Recheck.
Recheck. Go ahead.
Hey, Lynn, it's Mike, WA5MTT. One thing I wanted to mention, you were talking earlier about, Collins collectors wanting to maintain the original integrity of the equipment. But I'll have to say that the power supply board that the two former Collins engineers made, I think the name of their website is Radio Farm Projects. I've used two of those boards. Well, I'm working on a second one now for a 516F2 power supply. And now, I guess I prefer that a power supply never give me any trouble. I don't want to worry about whether or not my power supply is working. So if I can take the tubes out of that scenario, I prefer to do that. But they give you the option with their board to take the tubes out and certain capacitors and customize your rebuild. So I highly recommend if anybody's rebuilding the 516F2 to take a look at that Radio Farm Projects website.
Oh, tell me the name of it again, Mike.
It's Radio Farm, F-A-R-M, Project.
I didn't know about that. Well, one question: does it also include the relay to get the current off the on-off switch on the front panel?
Yes, it does, and it includes instructions to do the buck boost for the primary of the transformer, so that if you're not going to use the tubes, they use those filament windings to drop the operating voltage of the primary.
Well, all that sounds like some really good stuff. I'll get in touch and see what I can read about it. Mine is all original except for recapped and the relay installed. I haven't done any of the fancy stuff, but that sounds like that's a good deal.
Well, take a look at their website, and I meant to say raise the input voltage on the primary, but take a look at their website, and you can go through the pictorial of various stages and what it looks like when you're through. They have a lot of before and after pictures, and I just highly recommend it. I'm working on my second 516F2 for that other S-line that I bought, and I just think they're a great product.
Oh, that's a good deal. Yeah, no, anything that improves the radio is certainly worth doing. Yeah, by the way, I saw a note that Young Kim, the guy that's done all the stuff for us, that he's got some health issues now. So, you know, any advancements in any areas, we need to appreciate them.
Well, I read about that or saw a note about it. I guess it was on, oh gosh, what was it? I've lost power supply here.
I've got both of these in my Collins 30L1.
Okay. Well, for some reason my amp doesn't like what I'm doing here. I guess I need to retune it. But anyway, yeah, I saw something about Young Kim, but I think he still has a good supply of boards.
Oh, those are great. Okay, Mike, good to know. Anything else for the group, and I will check that out.
Negative.
All right, beautiful signal. Okay, who else for the net? K5LYN, listening?
OJB back.
OJB, Denver. We called you a while ago, and nice to hear you. Over to you.
Okay, well, I had to run to the store, so I had to check out a while ago. This is N5OJB, Denver and Gonzales, Texas. And I'm talking to you on that old Tempo 1, and I'm using a Shure 444, the black one. And let's see, they're just barefooted, and that's it. Weakest signal on the 75-meter band. That's all I can tell you. Back to you, Lynn.
No, you got a great signal, Denver. I wouldn't know that you were not running an amplifier.
Well, thank you.
All right, good to hear you. Okay, who else is out there? K5LYN, we're listening.
Whiskey Oscar Zulu.
Did I hear Oscar Zulu, Dan?
Yes. Can you not hear me now?
Yeah, I've got some local interference, Dan, somewhere in my neighborhood here that's giving me some trouble tonight. Yeah, I got you. Go ahead.
Okay. Let's see if I can get this to work right. Neighbor is Dan, calls KWZ1 Houston. I'm just talking no amplifier, just it's heat kit HW32A, putting out about 100 watts, maybe a little more. And that's about it. I got this the second one of these I fixed up in the last month or so, but this one is a little bit sluggish on the output sometimes. So that's about all I can do, I guess. But anyway, it works for now, and maybe I'll get an amplifier hooked onto it later. That's all from here, Lynn. K5LYN, KWOZ.
Dan, let me ask you a question about it. Have we ever heard that microphone before?
Yeah, it's a Shure 444D. I've handed out this one last week and the other HW12A the week before, I think.
Okay, the reason I ask, it's okay. The audio is not near as nice as your HT37 or several of the other stations. It's okay. It's just a little, you know, it's not everything I'd like it to be.
Oh, okay. You know, hang on a second. I want to try something here real quick. Okay, so I want to try the low impedance position, but that's not going to work with this. Yeah, there's something that's not quite right with this one yet. It was putting on a lot more power last week, so I'll have to look into that, figure out why it's not. But anyway, it's working for now.
Yeah, it's working, and the audio is totally understandable. It just doesn't have the fidelity, a little bit muddy, you know, and stuff like that. So kind of keep us posted. Sure would be nice to hear it with one of the microphones, like, for example, if you had on your 37 or something like that, we'd have a better basis for comparison.
Right, actually, this is the same microphone I use on the HT37.
Okay, anything else for the group tonight?
No, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, it's totally understandable. It's working, and that's a rare radio. It's amazing how many of those are still around. Okay, who else for the boat anchors? K5LYN, listening? Hey, there's my friend Daryl down in LaGrange. What about it, Daryl?
Well, about all right. Just watching the sunset. As usual, try to prove problems fixed from my mother, and not much to say. Just the usual. Should have been too late, and nothing new here. I think I'll go away and just see how the go over.
Okay, all right, Daryl, good to hear you. It's working tonight. I didn't make it over to Bastrop today, and I'm going to be on the road the next couple of weeks, so I won't be there. But we need to try to cross paths one of these days. Over?
Yeah, I'm going to try your phone number if I get into town. I've got doctor appointments, dentist appointments. So if it's still the same phone number it used to be, I'll try to give you a call.
Yeah, that'll work. Okay, good enough. Anything else for the group tonight, Daryl? Good to hear you. Okay, I think there was one other person in there. If there was one other person, let me take that station, then we'll give it to Jim. Anybody else out there? K5LYN.
N5MO.
Well, hello, Mike. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Just tuned over here. Just from hey, it's boat anchor now. But anyway, tonight I'm on my old 520. Old short 444 microphone. Running barefoot. That's about it there. We had a little rain a while ago. But anyway, thanks to you there. N5M, okay.
Yeah, you always have a good signal, Mike. Tonight is no exception. It's working nicely. Okay, Mr. Jim, KB5ZIV, you want to see who is taking route out there? K5LYN.
Sure, let me see what I can do. All right, folks, this is KB5ZIV. You're listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. If you would like to check in with us this evening, if you'll come with your call sign slowly, spread them out for me, guys. It's pretty noisy, and I'll try to get you in here.
K5 Lima Romeo X-ray.
Kilo India 5 Oscar.
Kilo 5 Foxtrot Tango November.
All right, there's 3. Let me see what I can do with that. Hey, Mr. Jack, what's going on? LRX.
Hey, not much there, Uncle Jim. Just having a good time. Just backed my granddaughter and daughter off to back to Washington area, so it's just Susie and me and the puppy, and we're kind of banging around here, listening to everybody and thinking, well, I'll tell you, this parenting is for young people. I'll tell you, they sure do can wear you out. So anyhow, it's just the enjoyable peacetime time of having young people grow up and having them moving out. And my grandson looks like at 10 years old he may be a new ham. So we're looking forward to the possibility that good old William may be a ham. So I sent him the new generation Bofang, the 8-watt Bofang, and ham radio for dummies. And so let's hope that the old thing about you can leave a horse to water but you. Anyhow, same deal with ham. You can lead a young person to ham radio, and they'll either make the decision to do it or not. So let's hope they do. This K5LRX, unusual stuff, 765 with an LK550 3-hole 3-500C, dual band double bazooka, 50-40 feet, something like that, and all stock stuff. We save all of the exotic stuff for AM. This is a standard sideband out of the factory rig. So you take care, Jim. It's good to hear you in there. Sound great as usual. K5LRX 73.
All right, I hope we do have another ham. We're losing them faster than we're gaining.
It'd be great, We're kind of running out of the young folks. It's kind of like the old gray line. You go up and look at Belton, and holy cow, it looks like a whole bunch of old guys like me. We need some young folks, so it'd be great if he did it. K5LRX. Hey.
I did. All right, hey, Mr. K500.
Yeah, Roger. Good evening, Jim, and everybody on the net. This is Mike. I'm over here in southwest Travis County, kind of between Oak Hill and Dripping Springs. I'm running tonight. I'm on the JCFT 902 hybrid, 80-meter loop. That's about 15 feet.
maybe 20 feet. But running barefooted tonight. Didn't want to heat up the room with this amplifier that runs a couple of 4-400. This is pretty warm in here. I'm trying to keep it cool. But that's all I got. KI500.
All right, brother. Sounded good on that little radio. It's working good for you.
Well, thank you. You got a great signal here. I can hear pretty much everybody tonight. The band seems to be not too long tonight.
Roger. Well, I'm out here in the middle of nowhere, and I got a lot of wire.
And a lot of signal.
All right, hey, FT, Fox Tango, I didn't get the first part.
Hello, Jim. Kilo 5, Foxtrot, Tango, November. K5SCN, John near Bandera.
Hey, John, how you been?
Jim, I haven't been around much. I got back trouble. I can't sit down very long. It's kind of taking the fun out of ham radio. I'm not tuned up. I can tell by looking at my meters. So I'm on the NCX3 tonight. K5FTN.
Well, John, you got a good signal for it not to be tuned up. It's sounding wonderful over here.
Yeah, it's usually pumping out about 120 watts. It looks like it's down to about 60 tonight.
Good in Austin, too.
I just turned it on and ran with it. I guess I bumped it sometime and got it off on my usual tuning.
Roger. Well, it's working for you. I imagine when it's tuned up, it probably puts out a whopper of a signal.
I never have had anybody complain. Of course, I pick who I talk to.
Roger. Well, good. Hopefully we start hearing a little more out of you.
I may have to rearrange my station where I can stand up and operate. See you later, Jim. K5STN.
All right, Johnny. Be good.
A hammock comes to mind.
Yeah. All right, folks. This is KB5ZIV. You're listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net. If you'd like to check in with us this evening, if you'll come with your call signs slowly, spread them out for me, guys. It's a little noisy, and I'll try to get you out of there.
And 5JGX, recheck.
Hey, Hugo, we hollered at you earlier.
There you go, but I was eating dinner at the time and reading the mail, so I was doing a little multitasking.
Roger. We're glad you came back and checked in.
Yeah, the rig here at the 570 Kenwood. Man, everybody sounding really good tonight. I'm so happy. It doesn't seem so noisy over here. Of course, I have the RF gain rolled back quite a bit. But the signals are really great this evening. And really glad to hear all of these good old rigs on the air as well. And K5VIV. Hope I have the call right in there.
All right, Hugo. We'll hopefully hear from you next week. All right, let me see if Bob made it back. KA5CXG, did you make it back?
Yes, I did. KA5CXG out here in San Angelo. We got the usual thing, hot days, and been doing a lot of things. Had some wind damage a couple weeks ago at the lake. We get that taken care of. It's been lots going on. Not much time for the radio, but anyway, just want to check in, tell everybody hello, and we probably put one of the older radios on next week. Other than that, everybody have a good week, and we'll catch y'all later. K560.
All right, Bob, sounding good from over there. Got a good signal.
Thanks,
All right, let me see. Fred, W5HTR, did you make it back?
X-ray whiskey recheck.
Yeah, George.
Permission to call Bob, over.
Yeah, holler at him.
KA5CXG, do you hear WB5TXW?
I can hear you, but barely.
I have a book for you to read, The Fireman by Joe Hill. Copy?
No, I didn't hear. What did he say, Jeff?
Here's a book for you to read, The Fireman by Joe Hill.
Oh, okay. I'll look it up. Thank you, George. I will look it up.
Victor Golf, very good. Thank you, Jim, WB5TXW, back to net.
Hi, George. All right, let me see if Mr. CMK's made it back here. Guy, would you like this thing for a little bit?
Well, I'd like to see what I can do with it here for another few minutes there, Mr. Jim. KB5CIB, this is W5CMK and the boat anchors. If anybody would like to check in with me, come now with your call sign suffix slowly, and I will try to get you in here.
Quebec Sierra, recheck.
Go ahead, Jay.
Yes, sir. While I've been listening, I've been doing some searching. There may be more out there, but I couldn't find them on the internet. That don't mean much. I'm not one of the biggest internet surfers in the world, but Crystech, CRYSTEK, is the only crystal manufacturer I can find still operating in the United States. There may be one called Quartz Labs in the UK. Other than that, it's a pretty dry country out there.
Yeah, I heard somebody talking about the Crystech deal, but I had not heard about the one that's quartz land, like quartz is a rock, brother.
Yeah, like it's something like that. Quartz Laboratory or Quartz Lab. It's just Quartz Lab. It comes up if you look up on AE or A4FK, his website. He's got a link to it. Whether they're still in business or not, I don't know. But the Crystech has a listing where you can get the HC49 crystals, which are about the same as the HC25s, with instead of pins, they've got leads coming off the bottom. They can still be made to work. But those should work in the Collins and stuff like that. And they've got HC6s and stuff, but you have to order them. I don't know what they cost.
Roger. Well, while you were surfing, did you get any splash in your face?
No, sir. I had the sideboards up on the board, and the swells were running at about 6 inches.
So, in other words, you weren't really on a surfboard, you was in a boat, right?
Well, you can call it, I think it was a piece of wood that just drifted up.
All right. Hey, Lynn, did you copy that about the Quartz Lab?
Yeah, I did.
A4FK, I think, Alpha 4 Foxtrot Kilowatt was the call sign, Jay?
Yeah, I know the guy. He makes a few crystals, but he doesn't always have what you need.
Okay, good deal. Anything else, Jay?
Nope, that's about it. I was just seeing what I could find, and there ain't much.
Contact.
Roger that. All right, anybody else want to talk to me for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now with your call sign suffix.
WA5EIJ.
Go ahead, Joseph.
Okay, new subject. Crystal. Jan, Jan, Jan Crystals in Fort Myers, Florida. Believe it or not, when I was a novice in May of '62, that's where I got my crystals. They are in business today, and they manufacture crystals. Just Google Jan, Jan crystals. They manufacture them today. And I'm looking at the screen in front of me. I didn't use a surfboard, though. Jan crystals. Over.
I'll be darned. The info I found said they were out of business.
There's a phone number on there.
Well, it'll be worth checking out.
All right. Sound like we might have a plan coming together. Anything else, Joseph?
No, that's all. Crystal seems to be going to be a popular subject for all of us.
Roger that. Everybody better hang on to those skeletons they got out there in the shop. All right, one more call before I throw it down to Lynn and let him have a last turn at this. If you'd like to talk to me on a boat anchor related subject, come now with your call sign suffix, please. Well, Lynn, I think we wore them out. K5LYN, W5CMK.
Well, we worked overtime tonight, guys, so I guess that all makes sense. All right, let's see if there's anybody else wants to talk to me before we wind it down tonight. K5LYN, listening. Silence is golden. Okay, y'all, I'll be gone the next couple of weeks demonstrating my central electronic brake transceive station. So y'all have fun, and we'll catch you in the month of August. Over to you, Jim. K5LYN, listening out in 73s.
All right, Lynn. Mr. Guy. All right, folks, this is KB5ZIV. Have we missed anyone this evening? Is there anyone that would like to check in with us? All right, hearing none, guys, we appreciate each and every one of you that came by here and took the time to check in with us, because without you guys, we can't do this. We all know what it takes to get these things up and running, and sometimes what it takes to keep them running. It's fun sometimes. Anyway, y'all have a good week. Hopefully we'll see all of y'all next Wednesday. 73s all the way around from KB5ZIV, returning this frequency to normal amateur use.
73 from W5CMK.